What is up, everybody? How are you guys all doing? It is the 28th. It is exciting. Stuff is pumping. And we are going to be going over one of the best ecosystems in today's stream, like we always do, the Cosmos ecosystem. My name is Tank. We have Nick with us today, hot mic'd. So if you guys, let us know. Nick, say something. Let's see if we can hear you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Can you guys hear Nick? Please let us know. Last time, I looked like a crazy man. I went back and tried to fix a couple of things. And I noticed that I was talking to myself. I heard Nick, but I don't think anybody else heard him throughout the whole stream. And I was like, I looked like a crazy person. So please, guys, in the chat, Bren, man, can you guys hear Nick? Let us know. I think you guys can, but we just want to be sure. We just want to be sure before we keep going and I sound absolutely crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm going to do my spill real quick. Feeling good. Well, going on. Yeah, we're going to go on in and do my spill real quick. Guys, like I said, my name is Tank. We're joined by Nick. We are the IBCGANG channel here on YouTube. We're going to be covering everything that's happening right now in the markets and also with focus be covering what's happening with the Cosmos ecosystem. Before I do that, if you guys would do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your auntie, tell your mother, tell your brother, tell everybody you possibly can. Come subscribe to this channel because it could be in your best interest. We're giving away to 2 lucky individuals once we hit 1,000 subs, here on YouTube. A pretty big bag to each individual. So do yourself a favor, like I said, do us a favor, help us grow. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can hear it. Cool, Ben. Thank you very much. What's going up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going up? What's going on, John? I'm going to try to stay on task. Nick is going to help me do that. But we're going to be jumping on into the first thing at hand, guys. And we're going to be talking about stocks real quick. I know this is a Cosmos-based YouTube channel. And we do try to just stick to Cosmos related things, especially in the cryptoverse, but we have to talk about stocks really quickly because of course, they have a lot to do with how we're going to react in the crypto ecosystem. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. The first thing I want to show you guys is on the Dow Jones, and I'm just going to cover this real quickly, guys. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I'm just going to cover this really, really quickly and let you guys know what I'm seeing in the stock market. We're taking a look at Market Cipher B, which is the lower section of the charts. Now, Market Cipher B houses the momentum waves and the RSIs. Please keep in mind, I say this each and every time, that the RSIs, especially on a higher time frame, do lag behind quite a bit. So they're a lagging indicator. Keep that in mind whenever you're looking at the charts. Again, you don't need to actually have Market Cipher to find the RSIs. You can find it on TradingView just by simply typing in RSIs. But like I said, keep that in mind. They're a lagging indicator. Right now on the RSIs, both of them, they are pinched together quite well on the daily and they are pointing up on the Dow Jones. Now, just because they're pointing up doesn't mean we're out of the woodwork just yet. We've seen it time and time before on the Dow Jones where they point up and then we get faked out and we just come right back down after seeing some volatility. So don't front run things with these lagging indicators, with higher time frames. In my humble opinion, I think it's best to always give that same exact time on that time frame that you're looking at the charts for things to play out and confirm. So right now, actually, I should say, as a good example down here, you can see that we had a double green dot, which is usually a really good buy signal on Market Cipher. But just because I had that happen just previously, I want to give the same exact time that popped up. So again, another day for it to fully confirm. This has to confirm in about, 5 hours and 30. Am I on the daily? Yeah, 5 hours and 30, just making sure. 5 hours and 33 minutes. So I'm not doing anything until we see that confirm or until we see that time play out. Also, the thing I want to point out to you guys on Market Cipher B for the Dow Jones is we are right now actually starting to round on the momentum waves. I keep telling you guys that that's like one of the biggest things that I look for on Market Cipher, or at least in these momentum waves, is I always look for that rounding situation to start playing out with the negative money flow. Again, guys, you want to buy. This isn't financial advice, but again, you want to buy the red, sell the green. So you guys should be getting really giddy and excited when you're starting to see momentum change or shift back to the upside. And what I mean by that is when you start seeing that kind of curvature happen back to the positive money flow, looking like it's leading back into the positive money flow from the negative money flow or from the selling pressure that we've been recently in. Excuse me 1 second. Something just landed in my eye and I'm dying here. I'm going blind. Cletus. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things I'm always looking for. It doesn't matter if it's traditional stocks, Forex, crypto, whatever it is. I'm always paying attention to that with Market Cipher B, guys. That's like pretty much where I stay focused. I don't even really look at the top charts unless I want further validation of what I think is happening from Market Cipher B down here. But I am starting to see down here some curvature. You can see it here on the red negative money flow, looking like it's leading back up into the green. Again, the green money flow right here is positive money flow, guys. That's what we really like to see. That's what we usually see when we're pumping to the upside, when we're gaining price appreciation in whatever asset or crypto that we're looking at, right? So we're looking like we're kind of leading up into it. I'm getting a little bit giddy, you know, and happy about what I'm seeing here, but I'm not front running anything. Let the market tell you what it wants to do, and then it's your job to see the signals, to see the indicators that are out there, and, you know, judge based on many different factors what you want to do. Again, not financial advice, just giving you guys something to think about. I do see a couple of really bullish things right now, but we're still obviously in the negative money flow represented down here on this bar, and also you can see it again on the money flow wave being represented with this red negative wave right here. We're still in the negative, and we have to kind of convert like we did right here and like we did right here into the green, guys. That's what we want to see, that leading negative money flow, bam, hit it back into the green and convert into something pretty nice. Again, guys, patience is a virtue. Be patient. Right now, though, you can see that we had a really, really good pump over the past couple of days, over the weekend. And right now, we're trying to maintain ourselves with that pump. We still are quite a bit away from our 200 SMA on the daily time frame. And I shared with you guys this many, many times before. So I'll just kind of re-say it so we can know it for any new viewer today. Going forward, when you guys see these measurements on the charts, this is the same strategic, way that I look at the chart. So yeah, right now we're measuring still about 21% total average move down once the 200 SMA is broken over the past 10 breaks. So again, guys, this is a combination of about 20 years of data. Again, this is when the 200 SMA, this yellow line right here, doesn't hold up and it breaks, it fails, not from the top, but from the 200 SMA, this yellow line. When it fails, this is a combination of 20 years of price action telling us that the average move below, once it fails, should be around 21%. That leads us right down to $27,638 for the Dow Jones. Again, we don't necessarily have to come down to that. We could fall short, kind of like we are right now, and then rally back up. We could come all the way down to it, bounce, or we could kind of, I call it threading through it. We could wick through it or thread through that level and then, you know, kind of make our way back up. But price action in the past is telling us if you're DCAing, if you're looking for a good entry, right around 21% on the average move down, again, $27,638 would be a good place for you to start thinking about deploying a DCA strategy for the Dow Jones. With that being said, and with that being explained, let's go ahead and quickly move on over to the NASDAQ. Now, the NASDAQ, again, I'm not going to go over everything else. I'm just going to let you guys know what the average move down is because that's a good place to be watching out for. If we see things geopolitically get any worse, if we see the Feds do anything crazy, because, you know, there's a bunch of crazies up there that are in power, in control right now, we could see us move to 26.27. That is right around $11,154. That is a combination of over 20 years of price action giving us that data, guys. That's not me just pulling a rabbit out of the hat and telling you. That is the total average move that we could expect after breaking the 200 SMA, which is this yellow line right here on the NASDAQ, for us to find a flooring situation to be taking place. Again, we could come down here and bounce. We could fall short of that and rally, or we could wick through it and then rally again. But again, if you're deploying a DCA strategy or looking to get back into the market at a good price, 26.27% is right around where we should be expecting a pretty good buy level to be at. Again, that's $11,154 for the NASDAQ. Let's move on over quickly to the SPX. Guys, same strategy. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to keep saying it over and over and over because I know you guys want me to get into the Cosmos. I'm sorry, I keep beating this up. The Cosmos ecosystem and crypto, you know, where we all like to play and hang out. But For the S&P, you can expect us moving to about 21.81%. Total average move down once the 200 SMA is broken again, once this yellow line is unable to maintain itself. And once we fall from that, we can expect 21.81, which would bring us all the way down for the S&P 500, which is 34.72. We could get there and rally kind of like we are seeing right here with this example. We could fall short and kind of do this, or we could wick through. Not financial advice, just giving guys real data to use and think about, guys. Let's move on over. Actually, let's quickly talk about something real quick. Now, the DXY is how we measure the dollar strength. Again, the dollar is the world reserve currency. It's basically what we measure everything by. I have no idea why we do that, to be honest with you. I'm an American, but ever since we don't have anything backing it, it's kind of silly to me to even think like, you know, an infinite amount of debt or the ability to just print this, make pretend fiat money whenever we want is worth anything. I have no idea the logic behind not having it backed by anything other than like IOUs and paper debt and stuff like that. It makes no sense. But I'll try to refrain from rambling. But as you guys can see on the monthly time frame, yes, it is gaining a little bit of strength. But overall, as you guys can see, we have been in just a decline for some time now. Excuse me. This is obviously I was showing this before. This is a messy chart. We've just been declining since 1985. And yes, we might rally. The dollar might show some strength here and there. We might come from the pits and rally back up. But more than likely, we're going to get rejected like we've have in the past, and we're going to come back down again, guys. There's really nothing when you guys actually, you know, dig into things and do your homework, that unfortunately my government, the US government, can really do to dig us out of this ever going hole that we're in right now. You know, it's not backed by anything. We have high inflation, which is, you know, unfortunately, I don't see how, even if you were just to like turn it all off and just let, you know, things fall, it doesn't fix anything. So like, I just don't see a way out of it. I don't see the dollar ever really, you know, climbing back up in value or doing some magical unicorn move where it just like fakes everybody else out. This is years of data, guys. This is years of data, to go by. Not as much as the Dow Jones, because, you know, that's like over 100 years of data right there. But, you know, again, when the DXY, when we got off pegging it to the gold standard, it was pretty much, that was a nail in the coffin. So again, I'm not going to ramble too much. I just thought this was interesting to kind of show you guys. It doesn't matter what party's in play. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. We've just been in an ever decreasing kind of play on the charts for the DXY. So I just kind of want to point that out to you guys. Let's go on over and talk about Atom, though. Nick, go ahead and stop me if anybody says anything that you think we need to talk about, though. We're going to jump on into Atom, though, guys. Atom right now, exploding, guys, doing really, really well. Oh, let me go to the daily here. Show you guys what I got. Exploding back up to 29.5. Guys, we were just recently, let me go to the hourly here. We were just recently back down to 26. There was a lot of people, you know, sell, blah, 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 blah. You got to have conviction. You got to do your homework, guys. Atom, this is just my humble opinion. Bullish AF. So much fundamental developments happening here shortly for the Cosmos Hub, for the Atom token, for the whole ecosystem. I mean, let's be real. I'm not a big YouTuber, but I'm going to just say it right now. Other humongous YouTube channels that are not covering this is in denial, and or they just weren't doing their homework, or they were getting shielded by other projects and they were too busy to actually look at the truth. We all know the truth. Y'all, the IBC gang knows the truth, right? What's the best ecosystem be in? Over the past crab market, bear market, whatever you call it, few months that we've been going through all this uncertainty, where was the best place to be? The Cosmos ecosystem, right? While everybody else was talking about everything else out there, Solana, Avalanche, you know, DOT, whatever, what were we focused on? The truth. And you guys should pat yourself on the back because you guys are truth seekers. You guys are the people doing your homework. You guys are the smart bunch. Yes, I sound like I'm putting other people down, and maybe I am, but I'm just saying, you know, I got to show love to the IBC gang and everybody in the Cosmos ecosystem, guys. You guys are a smart bunch. With that, though, I'm going to start rambling. Let's go back to the daily. Let me show you guys what I got. Same strategy, right? We're using total average moves once the 200 SMA is broken. And over the past, or should I say, lifespan of the charts here, you can see that we do have a good reference point. Oops. Based on previous price action, guys. If the 200 SMA, which we are retesting right now on the daily, guys, we're going to come back up and retest yet again. Hopefully we can get an engulfing candle right here on the daily time frame, which will engulf this yesterday's candle. That'll be super, super bullish, by the way, guys. And we can come back up here and retest our 200 SMA. We tested it just previously 2 days ago through Friday, Saturday. We got rejected, as we should. Guys, whenever you come up to key levels of resistance and or support, expect at least on the first knock of the door to be rejected, guys. It takes effort. It takes consistency. We got to keep knocking to get into that party. I do think eventually we are going to be recapturing the 200 SMA right here, especially if we can engulf this yesterday's red candle and kind of just come up here, hang out for a little bit, maybe thread a little bit, and then boop, I think we'll do something like that if we can maintain our momentum. Again, guys, big caveat to that, if we can maintain our momentum, and as long as the rest of the market you know, cooperates and goes along with us. But as you guys can see here, you can see that we have a really good trend line to the upside for Adam's chart. This is back in the Corona dump. I split the difference here. I'm not going to get into the details of why I did that because, again, I'm trying to stay on point with our topics for today. But I split the difference with the Corona dump. We've had an adjusted upward trend line tested multiple times, once, twice, basically 3, 4, 5 times. So this is a really strong trend line to the upside on a higher time frame, guys. And so far, this is holding up. And I'm not going to change it until it gets invalidated. And even if it does get tested and it threads through, I'm still probably not going to change it because we have other things to go along with us that tells us that this is a good level to be looking at, this upward trend line, guys, to the upside, up and to the right, guys. We also have the 200 SMA average, which again is 39.17%. That just happens to be lining up pretty much evenly with our upward trend line. This is this line right here, $18 to $20. That's where we could find a good flooring position if we do see a lot of fear and uncertainty come into the markets, guys. We could see us maybe finding ourselves rounding, kind of like we did right here. Let me show you guys something. I called this in our Discord group back when we were going through it, and a lot of people, I'm not saying I know everything, but a lot of people fortunately heard that, also confirmed my thought process, guys. The Discord group is all about bouncing ideas. You know, it's about combining like-minded minds, positive individuals who are all doing their homework. And, you know, if somebody sees something, they present it in the Discord group, we confirm, or, you know, we shoot it down or whatever for multiple different reasons, but we do it without emotions and with data, you know, to prove our points and our theories. But, you know, I pointed this out when we had kind of a rounding situation here with the RSIs. When we had curvature starting to take place right around here. Again, I was a little worried because I saw curvature happening here and then it came back down. I was like, oh no. But the RSIs were telling us, and also other things on Market Cipher A here, that this looked like a really good, bottom flooring position. And lo and behold, we rallied. A lot of people made a lot of money. To me, it does look like, if we do come back down to here, we should be able to see something similar to what this, to when this happened. Probably more than likely happened for us yet again. Again, that's just me speculating for the price action of Atom. That's not me knowing it all. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just letting you guys know, based on everything on the daily time frame, the 200 SMA averages, this long time upward trend line, and also what we've been seeing as far as support and or resistance on the chart. You can see it right here for a long time support, for a long time resistance. Now again, kind of support right here. Should hold up, guys. Should hold up. So again, a lot of things kind of just coming together on the Atom daily time frame. Right now, it's all about trying to maintain that momentum back to the upside. All we can do is sit around and wait. Guys, What do you guys think? Let me know. What do you guys think? Are you guys extremely bullish for Atom? Are you guys holding and staking your Atom? Are you guys looking for a position to get more Atom? Tell me what you guys are doing with your guys' Atom. Don't sleep on Atom, guys. I know a lot of you guys out there in the past that maybe are new to the Cosmos ecosystem have doubted Atom's tokenomics. And yes, they've been kind of, but you guys got to do your homework, shared security, and all the other developments that are happening for the Cosmos hub, the Cosmos ecosystem is going to really flip all of that on its head. So let's go on in. What's our next topic, Nick? If you're still around, what's our next topic that we're supposed to talk about here?
You were supposed to do some Bitcoin TA.
Yeah, sorry, I skipped that. I got overly excited.
And then you got Luna and one after that.
Okay. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, guys. This is my Bitcoin chart that I've been sharing with everybody again in our Discord. First thing we're going to take a look at is Market Cipher B. Right now, we are still, again, just like the stock market when I shared this with you guys, we are starting to see a rounding situation happen with the negative money flow. Again, this right here is what I'm talking about on Market Cipher B, this rounding situation with the negative money flow. That's one thing to keep in mind. We are also seeing both RSIs clearly pointing back up. They are running into some resistance. They are kind of janky, but they are making their way back up. They are trying to push back up. I don't want to get too political, and I don't want to spend too much time on the conflict at hand. I will say this: conflict usually does create opportunities. Now, I'm not promoting war. I'm not promoting benefiting from war, but hey, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We're investors, right? We got to put on our investor hat. We got to set aside we got to set aside humanity when we think about our portfolio, right? I mean, that sounds cold-hearted, but that's the truth. We got to set aside emotions, put our investor hat, and look at the data. I'm gonna share something with you guys that I shared with a lot of people on Twitter as well. Let me share you guys what war really does, what conflict really does. Where is it at? I shared a million other things. Let me share it with you guys. Where is it? Okay, right here. I didn't want to look, whatever. But this is what the markets really do in times of major conflict, guys. Do your homework too. Don't believe me? Go look it up, guys. This is World War I, which happened between 1914 and 1918. This is if you would have bought at the beginning of the year of the conflict, right? And just held, guys. That's it. Yes, you would have seen volatility, but at one point you would have saw a price increase in your asset of 86.11%. This is on the Dow Jones, which 86% is crazy. Not for us here in crypto, but that's crazy for the stock market. And then at the very end of the conflict, year to year, right? You would have saw a 38.21 increase on taking that position. Not financial advice. Do your own research. This is real data. This is the charts and history don't lie, guys. The charts and history don't lie. Let me show you guys the next major conflict that we had. And you guys, this will all tie into my point. I'm sorry for rambling, but you guys got to know this, right? And I want to share this with you guys because you guys are part of the IBC gang. I care about your guys' financial future. This is World War II. This is World War II that happened between 1939 and 1945. If you would have bought at the beginning of that conflict, year to date, at the beginning of that conflict, this is January. This candle right here that I'm sharing with you guys is January. To the end of the year when we actually got done, you would have been up 24.14%. Yes, there was a lot of volatility, but you would have ended up. I know it looked like, it doesn't look major because we're spoiled here in crypto, but seriously, you would have been up from the top of that candle to the top of this candle, right? I don't want to take it from the bottom to the bottom. I'm saying if you bought the top on that year and held throughout all the conflict, when we were done with that conflict in World War II, you would have been up 24.14%. That's major. That is major. You got to think about it. It's major, especially for the stock market. Korean War. There's been, conflicts in between all this. I'm just picking major wars. Happened between 1950 and 1953. Again, go back to your own homework, guys. That every single one of them ends up this way. You buy the top of when we entered in the Korean War to when we exited. You would have been up 40.66% on the Dow Jones alone. Now, we didn't have crypto back then, but guys, if we're tied to the stock market, which we are right now, maybe one day we won't be, right? If we're tied to them, this has a lot to do with how you should be thinking going forward with your assets, with your investments, guys. Seriously. I know a lot of people are like, oh, fear, we're going to, deflation. I know BitBoy, I'm calling it out. I know BitBoy's been really pumping this whole narrative of like, they're going to stop it all. They're going to do this. And you're like, what do I know? And what does he know? We're just both YouTubers, but I'm sharing with you real data. I'm not just giving you my thoughts. I'm getting my bias and my theories from data. He's just been telling you what he thinks, or from his unknown source that gives him whatever thoughts all the time that he never discloses, which I get. But guys, this is real data. Maybe they do, increase interest rates. Maybe they do all this other stuff, but times are different now. We don't have fiat or the US dollar being backed by anything or anything like that. So let me share with you guys the most craziest war that we had. Well, one of them, all of them are crazy. Vietnam War, 1960 to 1975. This is a 15-year-long war. 15-year-long war. From when you bought the top of when we entered that conflict, at one point, you would have saw a 53.9% price increase or gain on your asset. And even if you would have just held, it looks like a straight line. Even if you would have just held throughout that 15 years, buying the top of the Dow Jones, throughout all the volatility, you would have been up 5.22%. Not big, right? But you wouldn't have been in a loss. So I just kind of want to stress that to you guys. One last one. Again, no, I'm kind of ranting, but this is important. It really is. All of my fellow cosmonauts, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm telling you guys, don't listen to people that don't show you guys data like this, that haven't been doing their homework, that just give you guys their opinions based on what they might get from it as far as like their social media presence. They want you guys to be fear. That's why the news tells you fear. That's why they sell fear, sex, drugs and rock and roll, violence and all that stuff, because it gets a reaction from you. Truth doesn't really get that much of a reaction. It's not exciting. This is the truth though. This is super exciting to me. And I want you guys to be aware of what the markets have done in the past. And so you guys can block out all that BS noise that everybody else is putting out there. Now, I'm not saying all of them are FUD spreaders and all of them don't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of them that I respect and do follow and hold a lot of their opinions to weight. But there's a lot of them that are just doing it for the numbers and not for your for your actual well-being or for your own peace of mind. Gulf War, 1990 to 1991 was relatively quick. Let me show you guys. You would have been up 16.93%. Again, Dow Jones, not extremely exciting, guys. We see right now, if we go and take a look at some of the things in Bitcoin, the Luna's up right now, 14.9. So we get that on a daily time from here in crypto. But I just kind of want to reference that to you guys. I'm sorry, Nick. I know I'm ranting. It's important, though. It's important. Let's go back real quick. Now that I've made my point with you guys, the Bitcoin chart using Market Cipher, guys, right now is showing 2 out of 3 things for me to be extremely, extremely bullish and hopeful about. I'm waiting for the third, which is us converting from the negative money flow into the green. I want to see us actually convert, actually make that momentum work for us and get us back into the green. So right now, I do see RSIs pointing up, although we could get faked out. They are a lagging indicator. I do see rounding happening on the negative money flow, which might lead us back in to the positive, kind of like we saw right here, that rounding right here that leads us back into the green. And when we had that explosion into the green, it took off. But I'm waiting for that to happen. Again, that crossover on Market Cipher B. Now, let me show you guys what I got on Market Cipher A. Real simple, right? I've been sharing this, again, in my Discord for a long, long time. And so far, it's been holding up. And really, so far, it's been holding up, guys. This is my first DCA zone, this small little box within this over a bigger box. This is our bear market. Again, ever since we lost right around 52, 53-ish and below, that's when I just said, you know what? We're not recapturing it. We've tried a couple of times. This is the start of our bear market. So I started it from there. And I really do honestly believe, I could be wrong, but I really do honestly believe that more than likely, the bottom of this bear market, if we do see any kind of volatility, will probably be anywhere between $29,000 to $30,000. Yes, there is the possibility of us getting a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which would lead us in to maybe a strong wick, kind of like, oops, I keep doing that. Kind of like we saw right here during the summer dump. Guys, I remember I was in the Gaylord Opryland with my family at the hotel, spending the weekend with them there. When this happened, I remember looking at my phone and going, what the fudge? is going on. It was not fun. It was not fun, especially when you had nothing to go by. But I'm telling you guys right now, we could see strong fear bring us into these really big wicks right here. And I do think there's a strong possibility, just because I said, 29 to 30 is where I think the floor might be, that we might see these strong wicks come into play again. Look at these wicks on the bottom of these candles, guys. There's a really good possibility that if we see a strong wick, if we do see things that, really get hairy, we could come down here. We could test the bottom and just kind of wick real quick and come back up and kind of be on our way and bounce or thread through before, finally making our push back to the upside. That's a strong possibility. So I'm not saying that can't happen. I'm just saying majority of price action and a lot of buying pressure is going to be around $29,000 to $30,000. And then again, just because I'm a conservative person, there's always the chance, and I practice DCAing by strategies of 4. So again, guys, if I didn't, to be totally honest, if I was buying and reaccumulating at these zones, I would have been reaccumulating within this box, within this smaller box, on the lower section of this box, and then on the fourth section right here, which again, my DCA strategy or thought process is that last buy better reinforce all these other positions equally or more. That's just me. That's just me. Always reinforce your original positions with more positions. That way, when you're looking at things and you're in the hurt, it doesn't hurt as bad. You guys would average more down here than up here, right? Again, not financial advice, just how I do things. That's Bitcoin. That's what I got. If you guys want to follow that, let me know, or just join the Discord. We're gonna move on. We already did Atom. We're supposed to be leading into
Luna,
guys. Luna freaking bossing it right now. This is what I've been sharing right now with Luna, with everybody. This is our upward trend line. I didn't invalidate it even when we cut through it, guys. This is on the daily. Even when we cut through it, we held up on the 200 SMA. And I was like, look, we're going to come back and this trend line is still going to be in play. So I'm not going to totally invalidate. Just because you thread through or sew through a trend line doesn't mean it necessarily has to immediately come off your charts. Right now, I want to see is if this trend line starts holding up again going forward. We could do something like this where we're threading back into it, retest, bounce, maybe thread through, bounce up and onwards to the right. That's what I'm thinking more than likely, guys. I'm a really big fan of Luna and their whole ecosystem. I'm super big fan of UST. I know a lot of people have been really, I don't want to say fudding it or doubting it, or I should say maybe they've doubted it before, but I like the tokenomics. I like the way the mechanism works with burning Luna for UST and vice versa. I think UST is going to be recapturing or pushing out Cardano's here soon, Solana here soon on the market cap ranks. If I think they did throughout the weekend, to be honest with you. I think they did for a brief minute. But yeah, don't sleep on Luna. Don't sleep on Luna. Again, guys, another IBC enabled protocol in the Cosmos ecosystem, guys. Cosmos is where it's at. IBCGANG is where it's at. You guys know it. You guys are the smart ones because that's why you guys are here. But yeah, I just kind of want to share with you guys what I was looking at as far as Luna's chart goes. Again, I did the same thing, even though we don't have much to go by. We just have one instance on the 200 SMA where we failed the 200 SMA for Luna. That gave us a move down, which was right around 43.27%. If that was the case, and that's the only thing we can go by using the 200 SMA, I could do it on the 100. But using the 200 SMA, that told me that if we had strong selling pressure, which again, if we got the opportunity to buy Luna at 25, I was gonna buy a lot, guys. I did reaccumulate on all honesty and fairness, transparency being my number one focus here for you guys on the channel. I did buy this retest of Luna in my bag, just for the long haul. Super lucky, feeling super fortunate to have bought on that retest. I didn't get it exactly. I got it like honestly right around $49.50-ish. And I'll be honest, when it came down to retested, I was like, hold up, come on, baby, do your thing. But look at, it's holding some strength right now. It's showing me that it wants to do its thing. And yeah, I'm happy about taking my position. But I would have reinforced it even further if it dipped down, especially down to 25.49. Again, sometimes you don't get to catch the most opportune position, but with DCAing, you get a little bit. So I'm happy with what I got. Let's move on over real quick to REKT, actually, before I forget. Now, a lot of things were supposed to happen on the 28th for the Cosmos ecosystem, right? RAK is, regardless of how you feel about it, guys, the RAK airdrop or the Raccoon token has been completed. The airdrop is out there. You should be able to see that in your Juno wallet. I think, yeah, Juno wallet, right? Your Juno wallet, I believe. Yes, I believe it is. So much things to keep track of, guys. Either way, check out your wallets, guys. You guys should see it in there. Yeah, I think it is Juno. Yes, it is Juno. That's right. I know right now, they actually have been added to a pool, the Juno RAK pool right here. And there's already some liquidity right here, guys. There's already some liquidity. Now, I personally have not added to this because I don't know just yet. Now, this, my tabs have been open for a while, so I don't know if there's been any developing news just yet, but I want to know if the Raccoon team is going to be providing liquidity to this pool before I actually jump into that pool. And I also want to know where the RAK token
liquidity is live, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, is it live right now? Ooh, see, that's why I have Nick, guys. That's why we got Nick keeping me in line. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do without him. But yeah, I really don't know. It's so hard, guys. It's so hard. Anyway, liquidity is live right now. So what is the RAK token? That's interesting. Let's look at this right now, guys. Let's look at this right now. If I had
one Juno is about 12 RAK.
Really? So wait, what is that? Is $2.49?
Somewhere there.
$2.49. I don't even know how much RAK I've got. I'm gonna check it later. But
20.
I got 20 RAK apparently.
Yeah.
According to
everybody got 20.
Everybody got 20 RAK. Look at that. So we all got 20 RAK. Yes, I got a little bit of money. What are you guys going to do with your RAK token, guys? Are you guys buying more? Are you guys putting it up for liquidity? Are you guys just going to sell it off? Let us know in the comments, guys. What are you guys doing with your RAK tokens? Let Nick know. I'm purposely not looking. Nick will have to comment and let me. I can't because I'm like a squirrel that sees something shiny. I can't, guys.
I just added my liquidity to RAK right now.
That's what Nick's doing, guys. Always do your own research. Invest per your own risk reward ratio or however you want to handle your portfolio, guys. Don't just do things because Nick and I are doing things, even though I think we're pretty smart dudes. But yeah, Nick's saying he just put it right in there. So, all right. Whoa.
Well, they're supposed to have a second airdrop and they're supposed to give out an NFT. That's all I'm really looking for.
Oh, so if you put in your liquidity,
yeah.
Hey, free, right? You guys might as well put a little something in there. I'm gonna put half. I'm gonna put half. You know what? Let's connect it. Let's do it right now. I don't care if you guys see. I'm transparent with you guys. 100% transparent.
It took me a couple tries though. It took me like 4 or 5 times to actually add the liquidity.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that might be smart. I'm gonna wait. I'll do it later. I'm gonna wait. I promise you guys I'm gonna do it later. If you guys don't believe me, I'll share it. But I'm gonna probably add like half of my RAK token or whatever. Just something, just something. Free is free. So keep half. Provide liquidity for the other half. That's what I'm doing. Let Nick and I know what you guys are planning on doing. There is something itching my nose. Somebody's thinking about me. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on to the Juno token in itself, guys. Right now, seeing some sell pressure, but look at that. Look at that on the charts right there, guys. Woo! We came down to about 30. I'm sorry if that was loud. I know I might be clipping. That was like really loud in you guys' ears. Did a Ric Flair woo. 31.90 is where we came down to from 37. Right now we're at 35.53. You guys don't sleep on Juno. Matter of fact, Nick, how excited are you to share what we unfolded right before we went live, guys? Nick and I uncovered some pretty crazy stuff, but we're going to share with you guys that in the back end. But guys, don't sleep on Juno. I'm telling you guys right now, not financial advice, just friend to friend. I'm like that friend in college that I'm like, you better do it. There'll be consequences. I'm telling you guys right now, don't sleep on Juno and the potential that it has. Look at the token options. You know what? Do yourself a favor. Go back and look at my playlist. I have a whole big video that I think is pretty good that you guys should watch about why I think you guys should consider Juno to be in your long-term bag. Not financial advice, just something that I think you should be considering. Kind of like if you guys would have been able to buy ETH when ETH was $35. Seriously. But again, with Juno, you don't have these or people front running you. You don't have early allocations where people could just dump at any given time. You don't have exchange manipulation. yada, yada, yada. You have all these benefits. So don't sleep on it, guys. Just my humble opinion. Right now, we are just canceling out all that negativity that people were bringing earlier today. You negative Nancy's. Look at that. Hopefully we can maintain ourselves to the upside. Juno looking really, really good. So yeah, that's that. Another thing I want to share with you guys. Look, I'm getting messages from people. I'm so lucky. Just the coffee's good, guys. Another thing I want to share with you guys from the Juno network, guys. This is really cool. I don't know if you guys are nerdy like me and love to do all this research and kind of like dig in to what's happening or what's rustling behind the scenes and stuff like that. But I loved this announcement from the Juno network, guys. The first version of CosmWasm contract visualizer by Cosmos Station, guys, and Core One official is now live. If you guys don't know what that looks like, it looks like, no, that's not it. I lied to you. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like right here, guys. The reason why this is important is because it's important to know what's happening with all of these permissionless protocols that are coming into the Juno ecosystem. It's important for you guys to do your own homework. It's important to have the tools to do your own homework. This is a humongous tool for you guys not to get scammed, for you guys to do your own homework, for you guys to take your responsibilities as participants in the ecosystem and be informed. This is, I highly recommend. Let me share this with you guys right here. I'll put it in the chat. This is super, you need to have this. You need to have this bookmarked. You need to have this in your guys' arsenal so you guys don't get scammed with everything that's going to be happening, because there's going to be a lot of things coming in. There's going to be a ton of things coming in the Juno ecosystem, and not all of them are going to be good. Not all of them are going to be your friend. Not some of them are going to be like looking to take your money. They're going to be looking to hurt you, and I don't want you guys to get hurt. So use this to take a look at the protocols that come on to the Juno ecosystem, guys. You guys can see this right here, all these contracts. You guys can view the contract, guys. Like, you can go so far with this. You guys can literally view the contract code. You can see if there's any kind of, like, if you guys are like nerdy like that, you guys can see if there's any kind of like weird code or part in the code that looks fishy, that might be like, we could go into, we were talking about the raccoon token, right? We can go into here and literally look at it and see if there's anything malicious. We can verify. There's a saying in crypto, right? Don't trust, verify. You guys can now do that. So I wanted to let you guys know, if you guys, may have saw this and, didn't think anything of it. This is huge. This is really, really huge. If you have a tool in your arsenal, don't ignore that tool. It's there for a reason. Put it to work. This, if you guys want to know a little bit more, is the article giving you guys a bit more information. I just want to share it with you guys. Again, it's all about you guys. I do this stuff for your guys' benefit. It's just my humble opinion, though. I could be wrong every once in a while, but I do this, and Nick and I do this, I should say, for you guys. With your guys' best interest in mind. So anything that we put out there, I'm being genuine to you guys. It's for your benefit. There's a reason why I say this. I'm a parent, and I kind of say this to my kids. There's a reason why I say this stuff. It's not to like get clicks or anything like that. It's for your guys' benefits. So yeah, we're going to move on to something really, really cool. Again, in the Juno ecosystem, the PASG marketplace, yes, is finally going live today, guys. PASG, don't sleep on PASG, or Strange Clan, should I say. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This is the PASG. This is developing as we talk. This wasn't available earlier, guys. But you can go here. Again, this is the PASG marketplace or PASG web. I'm going to share it with you guys again. Boom. Strange Clan. You can't be wrong. See, I can't look. I appreciate the comment. But Strange Clan was the first NFT launched or available. Wait. I don't want to. Can I claim something here? What is this? How to claim your NFTs. I'm not going to do all of this. You guys check it out. This is too much for my mind. I'm just exploding right now. I'll link it down below. PASG is not only an NFT marketplace, guys. They're doing really bullish things. They're actually like, how do I go into it? They're providing like Zoom and all that other stuff, and a metaverse. They're doing all of that. So take a look at PASG. The team behind PASG and the team behind Strange Clan NFTs are one and the same. check them out, guys. They're extremely cool. They have a game happening, a play to earn game with Strange Clan here soon. Wait.
I'm very excited for that.
Very excited. This is the NFTs, guys. That I own 3 of them. I wish I owned more, but I own 3 of them. This has a lot of potential. Look up Strange Clan, look up Passage, do some homework on them. I'm super bullish on both of them, even though they're like kind of one and the same. Look at this frog. This frog looks cool. Oh, I'll have to do this later, guys. Failed. Why? Don't fail me. Don't fail me now. But obviously, yeah, it's early in the 28th, guys. Today, all this stuff is launching. Expect some bumps in the road. Maybe give things some time, just like, you know, providing liquidity with REKT on Juno swap. You know, you're going to see slippage kind of high. It's at 1% right now. I didn't refresh anything. Just like the marketplace for Passage and Strange Clan. Let things kind of settle a little bit. You know, you could, I'm not saying don't, you know, ape in and be the first, you know, be that guy in elementary that cuts in line. Is like, this is my lunch line. I'm going to get my lunch first. You could be that guy, you know, whatever. But like, patience is a virtue, and you might miss a little percentages or gains or something like that, or potential gains. But in my experience, patience has always been more beneficial than not. So maybe try to exercise a little bit of it with all these crazy things that are happening. Let's move on over to EVMOS and the announcement they made. I kind of saw this coming a mile away, guys. Of course, you guys might have already been in the know with this, but obviously you can see here in this tweet, hello, EVMOSians. Yes, that's how you said it. It is with a heavy heart that we announced that we are going to be pushing back the launch. It's just to this Wednesday, but still, guys, of course, they pushed it back with a lot of people anticipating things from EVMOS, you know, and whatnot. I kind of saw, like I said, I kind of saw this happening. So again, they go into this big long thread of why they pushed it back. You guys can go easily and check out the EVMOS Twitter feed and read it yourself. They're saying that it's going to get pushed back until Wednesday, 6 p.m. UTC, which is, again, 10 a.m. PST. I'm Central, so get with it, guys. Central is the only thing that matters. God. But yeah, they just go into it about the REKT airdrop and all this other stuff, guys. Be ready for it. Wednesday, you know, it's okay. You get a little presents today on the 28th, and then midweek, you get a little presents a little bit more. So it's kind of like, you know, when you have first and second and third Christmas, like I always seem to have. I don't know why. I need to narrow that down. I don't like traveling as much. Let's go on over to the next topic, guys. We're going to be talking about shade. A lot of things in Twitter, guys. If you guys want to get in the know, get on Twitter, be active over there. Guys, I just want to kind of bring this up because this is just my personal experience with what's been going on. I still have not been able to claim my shade. I don't know if you guys have. I don't have, like, you know, a huge amount to claim, but this is where you can claim your shade. Have you guys been able to claim your shade? I just kind of want to bring it up to know and make myself feel worse if you guys have, and it's just a me thing. I don't know. Is it me? Is it you? Is it shade? I think it's shade. But if you guys have been able to actually claim your shade, let me know so I can feel worse about myself. I have not been able to. Are you guys, you know, with this issue happening for shade, does this make you feel any more bullish, less bullish? Like, what is your guys' opinion? I like Secret Network. I like shade. I like Silk. I like the idea. I've read the whole white papers and all this stuff. But like, I'll be honest with you guys, man. We got to see better launches. You know, I expect more from you guys. Come on. We all expect more from you guys. It's like, you know, your basketball coach when you're in Pop Warner's or whatever, football coach when you're in Pop Warner, he's like, I expect a little bit more from you. You could try a little bit more. But come on. It's been a couple days now and I still can't claim. So let me know when you're ready and I'll come back and party. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up so I can rant to you guys how I feel bad about things. Nick, have you been able to claim?
Yeah, I claimed it.
Damn, it's just me. I guess it's just me. I don't know. I claimed it, but I haven't been able to create a viewing key. So like, yeah, okay. I think don't let me look, Nick. Whenever you see my head go like this, go okay. I think I claimed it because I got that message like a bunch of times, but again, same thing. I haven't been able to do much more than that. And it keeps telling me not to keep touching it. It's like the elevator button. Just because I keep touching the button doesn't mean it's going to happen any quicker. So I just left it alone and kind of want to see what you guys thought. Anyway, moving on. I know you guys are like, shut up, Tank. We don't want to hear any more of this. Next thing we're talking about is the Universe DAO. Again, guys, another bit of information about a an airdrop, and snapshot. Let's see here. Hey, universe, is it all these nifty ways, Nick? All these nifty ways of calling people something. You know what? You guys are part of the IBC gang. That's what matters the most. If you guys go venture into other gangs, I just want to let you guys know this is your primary gang. You guys got to come back here and just like always. You can mingle. I don't care. We can have that relationship. But you guys are all IBCians. Did that sound horrible? I just made it up on the fly. IBCians. And you can go and hang out with other gangs, but this is your primary gang, okay? I just want to let you guys know that that's where I'm at with this relationship. And if you guys are cool with that, you can date other people. That's fine, but just come back for dinner here and we're going to go cuddle in bed later there, okay? That's how this is going to work. We
have an open relationship.
An open relationship as long as you know that we love you more and you guys love us more here. Just letting you know. Anyway, I'm not going to try to say that again. Hey, universe, whatever. Much awaited deets of the airdrop are here. The stake drop snapshot will occur on the 28th, which is today. Users who staked at least 20 Juno, 100 Osmo, and 100,000 Hua will be eligible for the majority of the airdrop. They go on to saying, of course, because there's hooks. There seems to be hooks everywhere now. Now, again, I'm not talking bad about you, Verse. I'm not talking about all you guys. I'm just saying it's kind of funny how lately these validators and these people working on projects all kind of have these hooks, which I get. But look, if you're sharing the love, share the love. But I get it. Share the love to people who, show you love more. Yeah. It goes on to saying users who've further delegated 20 plus Juno to the Universe DAO validator on the Juno network by March 5th will receive, so you still have time, will receive a bonus first token, but a smaller portion of the overall airdrop. So again, guys, it's just a bonus. It is still a smaller portion of the airdrop. The vast majority of it is still going to go to people who just delegated Juno. It doesn't matter what validator, Osmo and Hua. But there is a small, incentive for you guys, which I get. Again, I'm not talking junk to all of these validators. I appreciate validators and relayers, especially relayers are like the unsung heroes of the whole network, guys. I appreciate all of their hard work and effort that they do, guys. It's not just a money-making thing for them. They're doing a big job. So again, I get why they do this. They're just trying to get delegations. Again, I like, and I can see why. I think it's a smart thing to give back to people who, give back to you. We're kind of working on something ourselves. Deet's not available just yet, but soon will be. But yeah, that's just my thoughts about that. This is not a combined criteria. Okay. Wait, I'm such a boomer that I don't know what JFYR is. Just for your research, it's either or in the first tweet. Oh, wait. Look at you hiding that in your final tweet there, Universe DAO. So again, just so you guys know, I think this is what it means. Let me know in the comments below if I'm just a boomer and don't know cool abbreviations and stuff like that. Just for your research, it's either or in the first tweet. So either or, guys. Either you did, okay, so you're not going to get added stuff here. It's either you did 100 Osmo, 20 Juno, or 100,000 Hua. I wonder, so that you're just going to get a set amount, I guess. That's what I take from that. Doesn't matter how much more in excess you had, minimum you had to have that, and you're probably just going to get a set amount, right? That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, kind of seems like it.
Kind of seems like to me. Way to put that in there, sneaking that in there on the very last one. I see that. I see what you did there. We're going to go on over really quickly the Marble white paper. And I just kind of want to point this out to you guys. We talked about this in my last stream. This is another airdrop coming to people. Where was it? The gov drop right here. This is the part, just really quickly. I looked into this further, and just kind of like we just talked about the fine details with that recent airdrop, right here with Universe. There's fine details that you guys got to know about. Like, they present it in one way, but when you look into it, it's actually something totally different. I think a lot of people are actually getting this kind of confused. So I just want to quickly touch base after doing some homework on the Marble airdrop. With this airdrop criteria, person delegated at least 20 Juno on chain gets 0.75 Marble. And then so on and so forth. It's literally as you see right here, guys. So it's not above and beyond 20 Juno. That's what you're getting. As long as you did 20 Juno and or any of these other things, this is the amount you're getting. I didn't even get a full marble, and I have a lot more Juno than 20 being staked. So I just kind of want to put that out there for you guys. Everybody that was expecting to get like, you know, like their NETA or like their Ion airdrops, or like, yeah, we're going to get a whole bunch of this. It's super scarce. You know, I'm super bullish on this. No. You like probably all got around the same thing, as long as you had 20 Juno staking and all this other stuff. If you didn't even have 20 Juno, you're still getting this. If you partook in some of the governance features in Juno, you're still getting a little bit. But the vast majority of it comes from anybody who was delegating 20 or more. And a lot of people that I was seeing after doing a lot of homework was somewhere between 75 or 0.75 and like a little bit over 1. So again, guys, a lot of people are going to be kind of floating in that same relative boat per se when you're looking at this airdrop criteria or this airdrop that you're going to be getting. I just kind of want to put that out there. A lot of people were confused that I was seeing, at least on social media networks. But yeah, you're a whale, man. I don't know if I'm a whale. We'll show you some whales, right, Nick? In just a little bit. We're going to show you. We're going to show you guys some whales, some things that you guys need. We're going to show you guys some addresses that you guys need to pay attention to. And we're going to do a lot of homework on going forward. That's going to affect us.
Yeah. Something's connected, man.
Something. We are Inspector. This might be above you guys' heads because I'm super old, but we definitely did some Inspector Gadget BS. And we found some things that we need to look into. Moving on. Well, I don't even know what this is. Oh, this was I looking at this? Oh, the Juno Mid scan. Yeah, we were looking at Jessica Alba and Brad Pitt, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get doxxed here from YouTube. I wasn't looking at that YouTube. I wasn't, I promise. But I think this is just mixed in there, guys. We already covered this earlier. This is some of the addresses that we wanted to talk to you guys about, okay? But before we go into talking about some of these addresses, is there anything that you guys want us to cover in the Cosmos ecosystem as far as TA, getting our opinions about things, or if you guys just want to talk to us about, like, you know, how we're handling our positions or our portfolios or our thoughts on any things that are up and coming, let us know, guys. Let us know. We'll kind of just sit here and talk about a few things, but because there's a little bit of a lag in between when I say things and when you guys respond. So before we move on and talk to you guys about some of these crazy addresses that we saw, is there anything that you guys want to talk about?
Some people mentioned, I wrote it down. Give me one second.
Coffee.
Thoughts on Secret and kind of doing a review on stars. I know there's an airdrop today for stars as well.
Yes. I feel bad for not actually having that in the lineup, guys. There's so much things to talk about. We try to unfortunately, we try to pick, you know, which ones might be the most interesting ones, of course. But let's talk about stars real quick. In order for us to do that, we're going to go on over real quickly first to the OSMOSIS tab and take a look at their tokens here. Let me refresh. Oh, here, we can just go here. Boom. This is over the past 7 days. As you guys can see here, excuse me, the stars token trading right now at well below its all-time high. It's trading at 55 cents. I think its all-time high was all the way up here, about 85 cents, give or take a little bit. So it's at a pretty good discount right now for what it's going to be doing here shortly. Now, I've explained a few times, excuse me, I keep feeling I got a cough. I've explained a few times, stars and a couple of these other Cosmos based platforms for NFTs and whatnot are in a really unique situation and position with everything that just has recently been happening. Well, I say not just recently, it's been ongoing, right? With the Ethereum network, with Ethereum based projects and stuff like that. But it's I do got a cough, excuse me. In particular, I'm talking about recently what happened with OpenSea and that, you know, it wasn't, they can say it wasn't OpenSea's fault or whatnot, but with that hack and that experience happening again on OpenSea and them having issues there, I think Stars has a very big opportunity to not initially kill any other. I know a lot of people are like, is stars going to be the open sea of the cosmos? Like, I think people have to stop thinking in the terms of any kind of like Ethereum killer or open or platform killer or, taking over something in its entirety. I think people need to start thinking more smaller market cap. Like, can stars position itself and capitalize on the volatility and issues that OpenSea has been having and other Ethereum based projects or even Solana and stuff like that, all the volatility that they're seeing on their platform, on their networks, if they could just capture, a small portion of their TVL over there. Can they capture just a small portion of interest and drag it on over to their platform is what we should be focusing on. And I think Stars really has a good opportunity to do just that, as long as, again, there's caveats to this, right? As long as they don't run into things like Secret just had, like Shade just had. Like, if you're going to launch your platform, please make sure that it's ready to go. Make sure that it's been battle tested a bit. I know it's kind of hard because it's easier to do in theory than, in actual application. But if Stars can literally just capture a small percentage, hell, just 10% of what happens as far as activity goes on either, Solana's NFT platform, even Cosmos's, not Cosmos's, we don't like using this word, our Cardano's NFT platform. They actually have, yeah, I know, right? They actually have they have TVL locked up in the Cardano ecosystem for NFTs. And if we can just capture a small amount of the Ethereum NFT TVL and bring it over to, the Cosmos ecosystem. I keep doing that, guys. There's like a nose hair or something that's making my nose itchy. I think it's going to be a winning deal for Stars. I really do. I think we'll easily go up to $1. Now, again, I'm not putting out any kind of projections. Obviously, like I said, there's things that have to go along with that happening. But if it can just launch smoothly, relatively smoothly, there's always going to be hiccups and really capitalize on some projects, Meta Rats and whatnot. That and what is the other one? Targeles or whatever they're called. There's really interesting things, that are going to be launched on Stargaze. If those projects can capture some kind of attention, I think they might do really, really well and shoot back up to their all-time highs actually really quickly. Now, there's going to also be volatility with an airdrop. Of course, there's still, if you go on, let me try to bring it up here for you guys. The Stargaze Zone website here. Let me bring it on over for you guys here. Boop. If you go here and just, you click on the claim airdrop, there's still 2 more phases of this airdrop. And when people get free stuff, there's going to be volatility. People are going to sell, maybe not their entire bags, but they're going to sell some of it. Like I said earlier with the raccoon token, I'll keep 50% and I'll put up 50% liquidity, or I would have sold the other 50% just to make sure I capitalize and get something out of that airdrop. Like, that's what they're there for, right? That's why people or developers use airdrops, is to kind of seed or kind of fund their project. They know people are going to sell, but when people sell, people buy, and that's how a market is formed. So keep that in mind as we kind of venture into Stargaze. Airdrops are going to happen. They have to actually provide a pretty smooth platform and or drop an experience for people. But I do think if they can just capitalize on that going forward, that they'll probably do pretty well. Honestly, they probably will do pretty well. I'm bullish on Stargaze. Not financial advice. I haven't sold any of it. Yes, I know there's been many chances for me to do that, but honestly, I haven't sold any of it. I put my big bag in the staking, and I'm a long-term holder. The way I look at it is, imagine if you would have got that airdrop for OpenSea and you would have just staked and compounded the whole damn time. I'm that bullish on it. So yeah, that's my thoughts about it. Anything else, Nick?
So the secret network, I think you kind of touched on it already, talking about what's going on there.
Yeah, the secret. Okay, so I actually have a chart right here. I can just show you guys some basic TA. Now, secret, again, just my view, right? Everybody has their own viewpoints, and I'm not saying I'm right or you're wrong, to each their own. But I honestly think what's happening geopolitically, or what's just happening, not just with the conflict and stuff like that, it's happening everywhere. You look at freaking Canada, you look at, what's happening, with Russia and all that stuff, and especially here with regulation and stuff like that. I think privacy coins are going to see a huge adoption rate explosion here shortly. With that being said, let's go into the TA. We're on the daily time frame, still using Market Cipher. Right now, first thing I want to show you guys, Market Cipher B, RSI's momentum waves, kind of. I don't know how to feel about this just yet. Now, overall, again, long-term, I'm bullish on the secret network. I'm bullish on privacy coins. So this is just more of like, from a trader's perspective, from an entry perspective, if you're worried about getting in on an entry, if you've missed a little bit of the opportunities in the past and you guys want to get in a little bit going forward, that's where this opinion is coming from. The RSIs are kind of fighting right now, okay? One of them's showing rounding. Another one's showing some more... I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Exaggerated rounding. Kind of. This one looks more stable. This one looks like, obviously, it kind of looks like that, right? It looks a little bit more exaggerated. Again, though, they're lagging. So don't front run that. They're still clearly, if you zoom in, still clearly on a downtrend. This one, not so much, but they are still clearly combined downtrending. So RSIs from the top here, even though they are showing some reversal, potential being set up right here, they still are kind of lagging behind. And also, we have not, even though we see curvature right here, we have not just yet gone back into that positive money flow. Now, the potential is there, but we've seen something like this happen before where we lead into it. Looks like we're getting there, but then we kind of just, we stay neutral throughout all of this, and we don't really find anything until about here. So again, I'm looking for more of that clear situation on the money flow wave where it's here, where we really clearly pass out of that red back into the green. I'm waiting for that. Obviously showing down here on the bar, clearly still in that negative money flow. Now, if we go back up to the candles, one of the things that I shared with you guys earlier on another chart is if we can, we're bouncing off the 200 SMA. If we can come back up here and negate this previous red candle with this green candle, that'll be extremely bullish. Now, we still have about 7 hours and 30 minutes for this candle, this daily candle, to fully play out and confirm. So we have to give it that much time for us to do that. I wouldn't front run anything because, we've seen in the past before where we try to overcome selling pressure and then get rejected. I just don't want you guys to get in that same scenario again and be like, oh, I should have waited it out. It does look bullish. It does look bullish. The setup right here does look bullish, but I'm waiting for a couple of other things to play out and for me to really, confirm things and get super bullish with everything happening in the markets and with Secret's chart. Again, same thing. I did a couple of things again before with Secret's chart as well. If you guys heard earlier in the stream, I took a lot of the 200 SMA breaks and the averages, the significant averages for this chart. And as you can see, that average brings us down to 72.11%. You guys, I know that seems huge, but you have to take in, I counted this humongous wick. All wicks matter. You see what I did there? Look, I'm not making a play, but in this game, I take all emotions out and I kind of just like to blend what's trending and stuff like that, or what was trending before. And I really do think all wicks matter, right? Because they can wick people out. They can wick people out of positions. People that are overextended, over leveraged and stuff like that. Like that stuff matters. When you see a big wick, even if you're spot holding, like in the mix, this is a daily wick. You might find yourself like submitting to the FUD. You might submit to the fear. You might tap out. I'm a jiu-jitsu student. You might tap out just based on seeing a wick like that. You might be convinced like, this is it. This is done. Nope, I was wrong. I'm going to protect whatever I do have left and just get out. So wicks matter. And I had to count that. If I didn't, it would be much higher. But with that wick in play, Secret Network could come down to 72.11. Now things have changed in the network and all that stuff. So probably more than likely not. In fact, as you guys can see here, I use the very, very simple Fibonacci tool that is showing us here. Let me reset this chart. Showing us here some key levels of obviously that 0.386 on the retracement, Fibonacci retracement, holding up, even though we did thread through it with that wick, holding up so far, held up before in the past, should hold up yet again. Right now we're testing the 0.5. We have to get above that to get back into that bullish stance, a really dominant bullish stance. But if we do, there is a level down here that before we even reach where I think the average floor price might be, We do have another level, which is the 0.236, which is $3.15. We'd have to break through the 0.382, this next fib line, and then come all the way down here to really, really see things get that ugly. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. Sorry, I know I'm rambling. But yeah, what else we got, guys? What else?
So we had a question, which is the best opportunity if you had to pick one, Juno, Atom, or Osmo?
Ooh, not Atom. Well,
not Atom.
Well, let me just say that. Okay. I'm going based off Stakely.io, guys. If you guys don't know or have not used Stakely.io, this is a really good way, amongst a bunch of other things, to get an idea of rewards, right? I'm just going to plop it in there anywhere. Now, you can see up here on Stakely.io, we have multiple different tokens that we can look at. Some not in the Cosmos ecosystem, some in the Cosmos ecosystem, right? But right here, let me see, where was it? Oh, right here. All right, we're on Juno right now, whatever. Juno right now, let's just say you had 1,000. Let's be realistic, Nick. What, the average person, and I'm not, don't take this in any kind of way. I'm just on average. I know not everybody has a $35,000 worth of Juno. So let's
$1,000 worth. I mean, that's probably.
What is $1,000 worth? Like I don't even know. Like, no, it's like
35, 20.
Let's do that. Let's right here, $1,200. Let's say you have 35 Juno and you're staking it, you're compounding it as you should be based on the tokenomics. Right now, guys, you're getting an annualized return of 108.25%. That's juicy. Monthly, you're making 3.16 Juno a month, which is right around $111. Now, it might not seem much, but you guys have to understand, we're thinking long-term, right? You're asking long-term, what's the best one to compound and stake with and build your wealth with? Excuse me. So, if we take, let me take my calculator out here, guys. The simple dimple calculator here. It's real simple, right? So 3.16 times 12, because we have 12 months in a year. That means each year, based on just simply what we have right now, and again, this actually could change depending on the frequency that you compound your rewards. I do mine 2 to 3 times a day, guys. That bag grows quicker and it can give you higher rewards the more and more that you capitalize on those rewards. But anyway, let's just say all you're doing is doing it, based off what we have here. That gives you 37.92 Juno at the end of the year. Again, that shows you that's going to be $1,342. Again, let's just say you're doing that for the next 3 years. For the next 3 years, you got a 3-year game plan, right? Again, it's really easy. You just times by 3. That gives you 113 Juno added to your original. We got to add 35 back, right? Boom, boom, boom. 148. I'm not going to do the change. You can see what you're going to be left with just 3 years of not even being an active compounding staker. I don't know. I was trying to look for a cooler term, but there's ways to manipulate this to your benefit on top of that. And, or you could be averaging in, every week you could be, I 100%, if you're bullish on an asset or protocol and you just have conviction, you've done your homework, you believe in it, you think, just like Warren Buffett says, that it's worth buying on a set schedule, a certain amount each week or each month, depending on whatever your finances can handle. You could be practicing that and adding to that original bag, further compounding. Again, compounding is the best way to gain wealth, guys. It's literally proven to be the best way to gain wealth. You could be compounding your staking bag, getting 108% annually. And then, of course, this number gets manipulated by adding in let's just say you buy 5 more Juno. Doesn't matter what the price is, every month. That's what you can afford. You buy 5 more every month. Every paycheck, you're setting aside $200. You've committed. You're going to buy, whatever you can with that $200 every time you can. That adds up really, really quickly. Now, one of the things to answer your question, and I'm sorry for ranting, but I have to explain this because, again, this channel is all about you guys. I want this to be beneficial for you guys going forward, right? You have to take all of these things into account. So you have to look at the white paper to make these comparisons. You can't just go off face value on what Stakely.io shows you, because there's a lot of variables that come into play. How active are you with compounding your delegations? How active are you with a lot of other things, right? Are you participating in DCAing and adding to that bag? There's a lot of variables. Let's go into just Juno right now for the comparison. This is the incentivized structure. For Juno, the first 3 years, the first 3 phases are the most bullish time for you to be partaking in stacking your bags. Like seriously, be as active as you can if you're bullish on Juno in taking rewards and compounding it. If you guys have that conviction like I do, that it goes from 40 to 20 for the inflation to 10. That's a massive change. That means it gets that much harder to come by rewards in just 3 years. In just 3 years. Remember, there's no front running. There's no, the core team is locked up. And then you go on each year after that, it dips down 1%. Guys, the tokenomics for Juno are extremely bullish right now for the staker, for the long-term holder, for the compounding degen. It really is. Now, in comparison, and I don't have it in front of me. Does anybody have the link for the Osmo token? I don't have it in front of me, and I don't want to take time to go in there. In comparison, when you look at the tokenomics or economic structure for the Osmos token, Osmo is a little different. It's a layer 1. So there's that. That's extremely bullish as it is. It also has a thirdening every year, which means just like Bitcoin's halvings, it has a thirdening. So every year, 1/3 of it gets that harder by 1/3, guys. That's extremely strong tokenomics. And then on top of that, it's obviously the reward token, governance token for the DEX, the most used DEX in the Cosmos ecosystem. So it has a lot. Like we can just go back here and look at the overview right now. The liquidity in Osmosis is 1.5. That's massive. That is massive. It has strong use case, strong scalability. I made a video as well in my playlist of why I think you should also be stacking your Osmo long term. Don't sleep on it. I think literally, what is Osmo right now, Nick? $9.59 could easily in the next 2 years be a $20 to $25 token. Now I know you're gonna be like, what?
Way easy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Way easy. And I'm conservative. When I say stuff like that, Nick already knows I'm a conservative investor. I'm a conservative DJ. I like to protect myself. I like to protect everybody that I share my thoughts with as well. That's conservatively. The potential just being a layer 1 on top of its tokenomics, on top of its thirdnings. It's hard to compare. And I've done it though. I have done it. I compared other things because that was the only thing we were speculating in those previous videos. But it's hard to compare Osmosis to Juno. I think it'd be smart to get both. Get exposure to both. I know a lot of people want to ape in strong on one position, but diversification is your best friend when it comes to investing. Don't ever forget that as well, guys. Don't ever forget that. Both Osmo and Juno have strong tokenomics, strong roadmaps. Both were fair drops, really nice fair drops, more so on that end to Juno than Osmosis. But not to say that Osmosis wasn't like completely beneficial for the people as well, because it was. But like, there's just different variables. Juno has permissionless smart contracts enabled. That means anybody and everybody, just like ETH. And that was what made ETH so valuable and so successful, was the permissionless part of things. That's what. And then, but you can't compare that to Osmo because it's not the same. Again, short of the answer though, both have great tokenomics, both have great potential, both have great staking rewards right now, especially for the first 3 years, both of them. I think diversification is key. Expose yourself to both. Practice a proper DCA strategy, not financial advice. But that's what I would advocate for if I was to give out my suggestion on what I would theoretically be doing myself. I have to say it like that because I don't want to get in trouble for giving out financial advice. But you guys get my drift. What's up, Brian? Brother from another mother right there. But yeah, I'm sorry. That was a long rant. But like, guys, Go to stakely.io. Stakely.io. Where did I put it somewhere in here?
I've already linked it in the chat a couple times.
Yeah, I was just trying to go back. Thank you for that. I was just trying to go back to it to kind of show them. But seriously, go back to stakely.io, guys. Oh, it's right here. Like, so 108 for Juno. If you go to Osmo, it's not working for me. Where did I pass it? I passed it. I'm blind. There, boom. You're still getting 79.81. You're still getting 79.81. Oh, which led me into my next topic. You guys don't even have to ask. Okay. So I put out a video yesterday, my concerns about SUPERFLUID staking. Okay. And I got some good feedback. I appreciate everybody who watched it and stuff like that. And again, I'm not trying to be like bearish or anything like that on the protocol or the mechanism. I think it's going to be a game changer in the crypto space, period. I really do. But we're talking about, again, I want you guys to think about something, okay? We're talking about something, we're talking about the benefits, let me go here. I'm sorry. I have to pull this up here. Just so I can compare it for you guys. I want you guys to think about something before you guys go ham on your guys' positions, okay? Where's it at? I just don't want to get sidetracked here. This is my fault. I know, admittingly, it's my fault. Okay. So I'm sharing with you guys I don't care. I'll share it with you guys. Like I said with my Juno swap, I'm totally transparent. This is my separated holdings that I like to play with, I like to get exposure. I have pool one, a small bit of liquidity provided, bonded for 14 because that's what's going to get me into SUPERFLUID staking capabilities once pool one gets it going. Is there anything here? No, there's not. But with the amount of Osmo that I have right now, a lot of people were saying on social media whether it is beneficial for them to take, let's just say you had 1,000 Osmo and that, you were working your bag. You were working your bag because you weren't sure what was going to happen with SUPERFLUID staking. You were working your bag. Then the announcement started coming out and stuff like that. And you were prepping yourself to move a lot of your Osmo to SUPERFLUID staking. I necessarily don't think that right off the rip, in my humble opinion, that you should maybe do that. I think you should be a little bit patient. Get exposure like I did per your own portfolio management, right? Whatever you deem safe or, whatever, manageable. But here's the thing. You guys got to remember, you lose a couple of things when it comes to moving all of your assets from the osmosis staking, if that's what you're doing. If you don't have, like, again, I should preface, if you don't have side capital to do this and just enter fresh, or you bought Osmo at a super lower price and you're wanting to like not spend any more because you're uncertain and stuff like that. So I should preface that. If you just moving your staking bags and weighing the benefits from your staking, traditional staking, to utilize SUPERFLUID staking just for the purpose of getting into pool one for SUPERFLUID staking, I don't think that would be maybe the smartest thing, because you guys got to understand this APR is going to go down. Now I'm guesstimating somewhere between the 7-day bond, maybe a little bit less than that. It might go like 50 to 60, maybe even lower than that. You don't know yet. So you're going to lose that capability of being in the LP reward or LP. And then on top of that, you expose yourself to, the impermanent loss factor, which again, the correlation between Osmo and Atom are really relatively strong, but you're still exposing yourself to that risk. Don't fudge yourself and listen to everybody else. That's a real thing. And over time, even if it's just a small pinhole in your bucket, if it's there, hurts, especially if the market does what it's been doing. It hurts. It hurts because, again, you're weighted 50-50, right? You could find yourself not having as much Atom at the end of it all and having, of course, a little bit more Osmo. But if they're both dipping and one dips more further faster than the other, you're again still exposing yourself to impermanent loss, and you're not keeping your weight the same. So again, that's the whole. Again, I don't know if you guys know anything about science, but that's the whole reason why they call it osmosis. That's the whole thing behind it. Anyway, so you lose APR. You also are only at the current time going to be able to use Osmo and that derivative to restake and double dip for superfluid staking, but you cannot, keep this in mind. You cannot take that Osmo, like just say you took 100 Osmo. You can't take it and put it right back on that same stack to gain this kind of rewards, to compound at a higher percent rate or faster, you know, and strength as with this 1000. You got to go pick a whole different validator node. Which again, you can't vote with that. You can't redelegate. It's locked there. You lose a lot of power and you lose a lot of mobility, and you lose a lot of compounding strength here, which is not going to change from your traditional staking bag. So like, while the potential is there, and I could be absolutely wrong, this is just me attacking it from a very conservative mindset, right? I told you guys, I'm a conservative degen. What I'm getting right here, right now, seems great compared to like the risk that I'm going to be exposing myself if I didn't already have it here, or if I don't have fresh capital to move here to partake in superfluid staking, just for the sole reason of partaking in pool 1 for superfluid staking. You get what I'm saying? If your whole purpose is to keep restacking Osmo, like you want to double dip and stuff like that, you got to understand that you're exposing yourselves to more risk by doing that, and also lower APRs and restrictions when it comes to your staking, your staking your LP derivative for superfluid staking. I don't know if that made any sense or if that was hard to follow. Just something to think about though, guys. Could be, I hope I'm completely wrong and the APRs really outweigh, or APY really outweighs in the favor of superfluid staking. I know it definitely would if Atom was also, if I was also able to go ahead and like redelegate a derivative of my Atom amount here as well. Like, yeah, that's a whole different topic, right? That's a whole different thing. That's totally different. But yeah, that's just my thoughts about it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm crazy? Yeah. You guys think I'm crazy? Just please no cyber. Don't even talk about that, Jay. God.
Maybe, so what Chad said.
What is that?
Man, I'm just, if you read it, it's in chat, but I'm so confused on it.
So you get rewards on Atom and Osmo? Or just Osmo, just Osmo right now. So superfluid staking, if you guys went back, my video yesterday, I put out, it was my concerns about superfluid staking. And again, it's just my concerns. I could be wrong. You know, I don't know it all. But if you listen midway through it, I clip from Sonny himself and the team working on superfluid staking, and they tell you guys that the only derivative that you're going to be able to use are activate superfluid staking with on pool 1 at the current moment. This might change, and he says it might change, is Osmo. It is Osmo. It's just Osmo. It's not like you're going to get rewards from all over the place. You know, you're going to get Osmo. That's what you're going to get. Period. That's it. The Atom gets nothing. So right now, yes. And so I don't see the reason why to provide on the exactly. So like that's my, again, like I said, if it was the Atom, and we can, and Sonny them do say it in my video that I shared yesterday. They do say more than likely it's going to be changing. And Sonny is super, like, if there's anybody I believe or trust in, obviously it's Sonny and the team. But right now, just being the way things are and the way it's being implemented, only Osmo, and you have to take into account what you're losing to partake in that LP pool just for the sake of getting exposed to superfluid staking. Now, again, if you have dry capital on the side and you've just been kind of like reaping the rewards for some of the other things you've been doing, your degen projects and stuff like that, and you're like just taking those rewards to put it in there to get exposure, whatever. Different strokes, different folks. But if you're solely looking at, and I'm gonna dox myself. I'm not giving you guys my exact amount, but let's just say I have 5,000 Osmo, and I'm staking 5,000 Osmo right now. Well, each month I'm getting 332 Osmo. Again, I'm a very active staker. I like to compound faster. I'm all about that, right? There's actually, I think, a validator that has a bot that does Juno and Osmo, like automatic redelegations. I know Nick has made a bot before for a couple of other protocols. And that's a smart thing to do. Make it work, right? Make it work while it's there. Bullish tokenomics first 3 years for both Juno and Osmo. But just to say, we're going off what we got right here. Oh, I'm sorry. What did I do here? 332. Let's just forget the extras, times 12. And then I'm going to add it back in. Oh, you guys can't even see my full calculator. I'm sorry. Then I'm going to add this amount. This is what I'll be getting a year. Roughly, this is what it says right here, but I didn't add in this. This is what it says I'm getting a year. Fuck it. We'll just do this. Clear, you stupid thing. 399.0. And then on top of my original 5,000, right? That's easy math, quick math. Quick, guys. Oh, there's a lag. You guys can't do quick math with me. There's a lag. I get 8,990 total at the end of the year. So I'm looking at yearly earnings, but this is actually false because you guys got to project ahead because that's what we're doing, right? We're investing long term. Project ahead. Don't get focused on what you're seeing down here. This is great and all, but that's not the end all be all. That's not our focus. Because at the end of the first year, what did I put on there, Nick? 8,990?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, 8,990. This is now our new game plan for our second year. So now monthly, I'm earning 597.93 Osmo, which again, if it just stays at the price that it's at right now, which I don't think it's going to, that's $5,728 passively that I'm making. Of course, different variables. This annualized reward is going to be down and whatnot and stuff like that. It's going to be different, but I'm kind of just averaging because I'm taking the price, being still where it's at and assuming that the annualized reward, which is not going to be where it's at. I'm not changing any variable. So I'm just like simply spitballing and throwing stuff on the wall, right? But you guys get my gist. Like roughly, I'm making $5,728, probably more, even if this inflation or annualized reward rate goes down. Because the power that I have in the first 3 years, based on the Osmos tokenomics, the third innings, and it being what it is really, really strong or incentivizes me to just remain put and compound faster, quicker, and sooner. Like, again, kind of my whole point. I don't see me going to osmosis right now, which I'm there. Don't get me wrong. You see, I already have exposure, but adding any more or taking from my long-term traditional bag, my argument is, why would you take from your long-term staking bag and expose yourselves to uncertainty? It just doesn't make a lot of sense, right? But yeah, like different strokes, different folks. Just because I have that mindset doesn't mean I'm right. I know I could be wrong. I'm human. Sometimes I'm wrong. Not a lot, but sometimes I'm wrong. What did I miss, Nick? No, crazy. 14. It should be like 14% Atom, 70% Osmo or something extra for providing. Yeah, I mean, I've had my Claude. I've had my my thoughts about like how, but again, I trust in Sunny them. Like if they like, I get it. If you look at the pools, from just a quick viewpoint, like pool 1 has the most liquidity. It makes sense, right? It makes sense. Pool 1 has the most liquidity. Atom was the underlying asset originally. It makes sense. It has the least amount of like a bank run situation happening, if you know what I mean, right? It has the most liquidity. That's what matters the most by far. Like far outweighs everything else. And you can clearly see that just by going to the stats and going to the pools. Like, look at that. That's crazy. Like the next one's not even close, and it's just a USD Osmo pool. And yeah, you guys get it.
I really wish they would like shorten the pools and kind of readjust the percentages and give it to certain projects more than others. Well, I feel like some of them are dead completely. Well,
you see, and so what Nick's saying right there, though, guys, I agree 100% with them. But here's the thing, okay? Let me go back here and disconnect my wallet so I don't dox myself again, guys. I'll show you guys my pool here, but I'm not going to show you guys. I'm 100% transparent, but I'm not going to show you guys that much. Let me go real quickly and share with you guys. So that's the problem with it, right? And I'm a big advocate. My head's all shiny, and I preach all the time of being an active participant in governance. If anybody has any complaints, it's on us. Like we can only point our finger back on us. We have incentivized some dumb stuff. I was going to swear there. We really have. We really have incentivized and allowed the pool allocation, the community pool that we use for rewards to be, in my opinion, I mean, I don't want to talk bad about any IBC enabled protocol, but there's some of them that's in here that, didn't need to be seeing any kind of incentivizations. But people, they see that like, oh yeah, a chance to get high APRs and rewards. I don't care what the project is. Let's just do it. You guys got to look into stuff. You guys got to look. I made a short just recently. Look into your validators when you're validating, guys. Don't just throw your guys's, like, let me show you guys something right here. With Osmosis, I know it's super bright and I apologize. It makes my head all shiny and everything like that. But you guys can't just go in the top 10 and go, ooh, they have the most, they must be trusted. I'm not saying bad about Cosmos Station. They're an OG validator. They've been like probably, again, different strokes, different folks, do your own research, but like probably one of the most trusted validators in the Cosmos ecosystem is Cosmos Station. I'm just using them as an example. But you can't just go like, oh, they have the most delegations. They have a good commission rate. I'm going to throw it at them. Look at how they vote. Go to AtomScan, go to MintScan, check out how they've voted before, guys. Seriously, you need to figure that out, because what if you don't agree with, I'm just using them as an example. What if you didn't agree with incentivizing the dig token? What if you thought it was garbage, but your validator that you are staking with used their voting power and voted for it? You're just pretty much aligning with people that you don't mentally or, for whatever reason align with, morally or whatever it is. So do your research, see how they vote. You can do it. You can do it on chain. That's a great thing about blockchain technology, guys, is you can use these tools to see how they vote. Kind of like, this big oversee thing in the Juno network. Like, this is huge, guys. This is huge. But you can go to MintScan, you can go to validators and all this stuff, and you can see how they vote. You can just click on them. You can see their uptimes. You can see somewhere on here on MintScan, or can you see it somewhere else? Somewhere, wherever. But you can see how they vote. Proposals. Boom. Anyway, yeah, you can see them. You can see them. But my point is, you can see them. Let me get off this white screen. Citadel 1 is your favorite? Yeah, Nick. I like Citadel 1's great too, man. I think most people are just voting yes without even reading the proposal. I agree, Ben. Did we miss anything else, Nick?
Do you want to go over the addresses a little bit? Just throw in that little glimmer.
Yes, we've been talking for almost 2 hours. This is we usually, guys, try to stick to 1 hour or 1 hour stream, not 2 1 hour streams, 1 hour streams. But being the 28th and everything that we've had going on, guys, and I've just been really getting into the topic. Again, I like to go down rabbit holes and rant. Let's show you guys really quickly some addresses that we've found that I think you guys should definitely be paying attention to. Let me show you guys. Let me click out some of these things right here so we don't get sidetracked. Guys, I got so many tabs open right now. Look at all these tabs. Wait. Oh, get rid of that. Get rid of that. There's like so many tabs. So many tabs. Passage. Let me get rid of this. Good gracious. Good gracious.
By the way, we never talked about one, but
Harmony 1. Real quick while we're doing that. Harmony 1. I know a lot of you guys really liked Harmony 1. Let me show you guys their chart right here. Look at that crazy wick. We're on a daily, guys. Look at that crazy wick. Somebody made a lot of money right there. So yeah, right now, same like a lot of other things. Been seeing a lot of sell pressure. Let me just make this chart easier. I have the real simple Fibonacci retracement tool up right here so you guys can look at. It's testing right now this fib line. If you guys are in Harmony 1, you guys just want to know, right? It's real simple. Just take it from the top. Just take it. And the wicks matter, guys. The wicks matter. The wicks matter. Take it from the top. It's retesting this fib. It has to get above this fib line to fully reverse its recent downtrend that it's been facing. But that's what Harmony 1 looks like right now, guys. It needs to get above anywhere between 16 cents, 15 and 16 cents. Not 15, mid 15 to 16 cents to really recapture its momentum and kind of reverse. And then also it needs to have further developments from the Harmony 1 team and their whole ecosystem. I think, honestly, if you look at this, like, You know, honestly, when you look at this, there's only, here, let me clear this out. There's only a small section when you really measure from the dotted line right here down of people who are, you know, in the red right now. Honestly, there really is. I mean, it's not, Harmony One could really come back and retest the SMAs, whether it be the 200 or the 50 SMA easily, as long as they have a catalyst to do so. So again, guys, that's what's going on with Harmony One. Let's go ahead and jump on in and just click these out because I don't need them. I can just quickly click them out. Boom, 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 boom. All right, guys, you guys want to see something crazy? Yeah, it's TradingView. It's definitely TradingView. Check out these wallets. Check out these wallets. Okay. Now we've been doing some digging. We like to follow the whales. There's a saying in the game, right? Swim with the whales. And there's a reason why you swim with the whales. Because I'm from Hawaii. I've actually swam with a whale, like a couple of them. And it's actually, to be honest with you, as gentle as they are, it's freaking scary. So just a little side note. You ever want to go whale swimming and stuff like that? It's really scary to figure out how small you are in comparison to those animals. And how fragile you are in comparison to those animals. But when they move and when you're swimming anywhere near them, even a gentle move sends a very violent force throughout the water and you will feel it. So that's the reason why they say swim with the whales. When the whales eat up and or down, it's going to cause movement all around them. They have influence. Wow, guys, doing well with Adam's chart. They have influence with anything around their weight. So we've been digging and we found a few wallets that you guys need to be aware of. Check out this wallet right here. This is an Atom wallet, okay? Yeah, I worked for Nat Geo and whales will make you feel so. Yeah. 100%. This is an Atom wallet. Look how much Atom this wallet has. Okay, now we don't want to put assumptions out there just yet. But we want to put this out there for you guys to follow. This is a great thing. I'm doxing them too, guys. I want to put these addresses out here for you guys. This is the Atom address. Go ahead and take a look at it for yourself. Go to Mint Scan, Atom Scan, whatever scan you guys want to use. Check it out. Now, this is a wallet that could or could maybe not be up to something. Now, it's fishy because of a couple of things. One, the freaking amount, right? Two, if you look on MintScan, there's no delegations. What is the one thing that we do here in the Cosmos ecosystem with our long-term bags? We freaking stake them. We delegate them. Why? To earn a reward, to earn yield, to earn passive income, to earn airdrops. Now, this could be, at first glance, a centralized exchange. Exactly, B. Could be a centralized exchange. Could totally be a centralized exchange. But we've gone back and followed, and this is tedious, guys, and I really wish there's some other functions on other scans that you could use, but this is some tedious work. But we've gone back and we've followed the activity in this wallet. It's weird. It's freaking weird. So we're going to do some digging, and let me show you guys by what we mean by weird, okay? On 14 hours ago, they sent 220,000 Atom. Go to that exchange. Great thing about blockchain. From 2, right? So they sent this, right? But that's what I said. They sent it, right? So let's go to that sent address. Or to the ending address. Boom, here it is. Now you got to follow these addresses. And I'm not going to go into it, but I'm telling you guys right now, I think once we do some homework and a lot of digging, and we're going to let you guys know what we find once we're done with it, I think once we follow the breadcrumbs, that we're going to find something really, really interesting on a couple of these addresses. Now, Atom's not even the one that I really want to talk to you guys about, to be honest with you guys. The ones I really want to talk to you guys about, oops, this is just Mint Scan here, is these Osmo and Juno wallets. Now, we know there's only one different exchange other than, well, I should say one outside of the Cosmos ecosystem, right? What is it for Osmosis right now? Osmosis is Coinex. Osmosis is trading on Coinex. If you guys don't know, you can find that on the trading view chart right here. You can see it. This is the Coinex chart. And there is a fluctuation in price. There's a deviation in price whenever there's new tokens going onto exchanges. You're going to see price deviations from Osmosis. Let me go again right here real quick. I'm sorry. And click on Osmosis. No, guys, I'm doing such a bad job here. I should have been ready. So the Osmosis price right now, sorry, what is it? Is $9.49 on Coinex, $9.67. I'm not telling you guys to do anything crazy. So if you guys are thinking about going out there and playing slippage and playing that game, do your homework. That's all I'm going to say. But it's $9.70 on Coinex, and on Osmosis, it's $9.49. Maybe an opportunity there, right? Buy low, sell high. I don't know. But just know there needs to be liquidity on Coinex. I don't know what it is. I'm just letting you know. But the thing that I want to show you guys about, or Nick and I both want to share with you guys, is these wallets. Look at this. Look at this wallet. And I'm gonna copy it with you guys and share it with you guys. Boom. Again, this might not be the actual wallet that links everything, because you got to do a lot of digging into their transfers and their moves and follow their breadcrumbs. But we're going to follow this wallet because there's things that are just crazy right now that we're seeing in both this Osmo wallet and a Juno wallet. So again, this wallet is massive. They have multiple delegations with multiple different validators. So just off first glance, kind of looks like a humongous well, right? Kind of looks like a humongous well. They're diversified. They're all over the place. You know, there is reasons why you want to actually be with multiple different validators. Obviously, validators right now, like we saw earlier, are giving out incentives, you know, to delegate with them. And then also you just split things up and make it harder to trace and follow. But look how many different Cosmos Station, Omniflix, Chorus One, SG1, one of my favorite ones, Bee Harvest, Figment, Snakefish. Like, they're with multiple different validators, and huge amounts are being staked with them. Now, they don't have any unbonding, not on this one. But if we follow the transactions, I'm sure that we're gonna follow and find.
Your head's in the way of the delegations.
Yeah, my head's in the way. My big fat head, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm sure we're going to find, sorry guys. They're there, I promise. My big fat head. We're going to find a transaction that leads us into a golden door. I'm telling you guys, there's a reason why you want to figure out what the whales are doing. And then also, if these whales with their transactions, this is just some alpha for you guys. Okay, guys. With these whales and their transactions, if they buy something, pay attention to it. You don't have to necessarily copy them, but pay attention to what they're buying, because that means something. What if some of these, I'm just speculating because I like speculating. What if some of these are actually exchanges or OTC services for exchanges, moving things around, making it harder for people to see what they're doing, because that's what you should be doing when you're well. But what if this leads us into, because we found when where did Juno just list? Bit
can't even remember the exchange.
Whatever. Yeah, I can't remember. I put it out there. Juno was just listed as well on a separate exchange. We found that before it happened. I'm not telling, that's the secret sauce though, is to get ahead of the curve, right? I have a humongous bag. I'm not going to dox myself, but I'm happy. I'm super happy with my position. And I want to share with you guys how to get in these same positions, or how I did get into these same positions, so that you guys, can fully benefit from the moves in the ecosystem and from the possibilities and potentials potential opportunities that are there in the IBC gang or in the IBC world. There's a enough ton of them, guys. There's a ton of opportunities that I want you guys to be aware of. So that's what we're focused here on this channel and our Discord. We want to just make it about you guys. I say this all the time. We want to make it about you guys. We want to show you guys the things that we're looking at, give you guys the perspective that we have with some of the things that we're seeing in the ecosystem. And we want to just hopefully be a place that, you know, you guys can go to at any given time and depend on an honest, unbiased. I don't get paid nothing. I give away stuff. Nick and I give away tons, like at least 3 giveaways a week on our live streams. We do it all the time in our Discord, and we do it all the time in our Twitter, obviously to grow, but at the same time to give back and stuff like that. This is about you guys. It will always be about you guys. Anything we find and or do here will be in your guys' financial best interest. That's our goal. So we're going to find out what's happening with these wallets. We're going to expose them if we do find it. Not saying that it will, but if we do find anything crazy, we're going to expose it, and you guys will be the first to know in our Discord, in our Twitter. So follow our Twitter if you can link that in there. If the link's not working down below, come join our Discord, guys. We're going to be looking into things. We're going to be making moves and sharing as much stuff as we possibly can with you guys. So that's
Have you pulled up the Juno address by chance?
Oh, yeah. Let me show you guys. I did not. Check this address. Can't leave you guys without showing you guys this. Check this freaking address out. You guys talk about whales. Here, copy, pasted. Do your own research. Don't believe us. We're just providing some thought. That's all we're doing. Check out that address. Whoever's this address, if they watch my channel, they're like, you mother, you're doxing me. Oh, this guy gets paid, son. Like, seriously. This address gets... Look at this right here. This is the same address. Estimated reward rate a day. A day. A day. We don't do it for just one individual, brother. We do it for everybody. Just the other thing I can tell you is just be active, come back, be part of the community. We don't play favorites, but we try to do it for everybody, man. Join the Discord. That's your best chances. Be active with their Twitter accounts and stuff like that. I can't play favorites, man. That's not fair. We're all part of the same gang. We had this talk earlier. Per month, though. Look at what this guy makes per month. Per year. This is you know what, guys? What we were talking about earlier, this is what we were talking. This is the end goal. This is the goal, right? When I was talking to you guys about Stakely.io and using that and compounding and being an active staker, that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't seem like it, but you do snowball. I'm not joking. Eventually, you do snowball, and it does pay off. Compounding is the best way to earn wealth, to gain wealth in this game. It really is. It really is. Everybody has to start somewhere. Practice a proper DCA strategy for whatever investment that you guys are bullish on and believe in and have done your homework on. Add to your bags, compound your staking rewards, especially, again, guys, I'm telling you, Juno's tokenomics right now are insane. In 1 year, in less than that, we're almost there. And we already had a proposal vote that got us closer to the next inflation rate. The inflation rates alone in the first 3 years for Juno are crazy. There's nobody front running you other than Humongous Wells that took the same risk as everybody else. They took the same risk as everybody else, but there was no early seed allocations or no favors or monkey scratching my back, your back, and stuff like that to get a better deal. There was no centralized exchanges to do it. Take advantage of these tokens and the assets that make sense after doing some homework and come back to the streams, guys. That's all I'm saying. Just come back to the streams. I'm trying to share with you guys as best as I can. But that's what we got today, guys. Anything I'm missing, Nick? Anything you guys want me to cover? One last call for alcohol. Anything?
One call.
I know there's a little bit of lag, but yeah. Seriously, guys. Also check it out. I didn't link it. I'm horrible. This is our first generic drop. This is our logo that we use. I'm trying to not self-promote all too much, but we are going to be putting out there, obviously, I don't know how to.
I linked it.
Okay. I can't say this without explaining. I said this earlier, and I 100% mean this. Anything that we do it has a hook to come back to you guys. 1000%. We just want to share the love, show a way that you guys can also share the love and your guys' support. If you guys decide to go to Teespring or go to our link and buy these shirts that we put out there, which we have artists working on more IBC related protocol shirts and drops. If you guys decide to do any of that stuff and show support, some of it's going to go obviously back to growing the stream. The other percent of that, guys, is going to go into a totally transparent wallet that we're going to share with you guys, utilizing the same stuff that I just told you guys about, so that we can compound those rewards and give it back to you guys for being part of the community. It's going to go back 100% back to you guys, so you guys can benefit from even just buying a shirt. Not only are you buying a sweater or shirt and getting some cool swag, but then again, you have the opportunity to get back, because that's what this channel is all about. It's going to be to give back to you guys, and it's going to be on our website, on our Discord, anywhere you go, in our links, whenever we go live, 1000%. Just like we're looking at these guys, you'll be able to see what goes into the wallet, what comes out of the wallet, what the wallet's being spent for. We'll even put out spreadsheets monthly showing you guys if this does, go anywhere we want it to, but it's going to be 100% about you guys at all times. You guys will always be able to see what happens. That's how it should be. Anybody else is just in it for themselves. We're in it for you guys. We're all part of the same family. You guys are part of this gang. You guys can go flirt in other gangs, but you better come back to this gang. I hope you guys are doing well. That's what we got for today, guys. I don't want to go ahead. Yep, Teespring ships worldwide, I believe. So long as you have a shippable address, that is. When token release? I don't have it all worked out yet. So soon. Details soon. But seriously, even that, guys, is going to be working just like I just said. It's going to come back to you guys. None of this stuff. Yeah, I can't say anymore. But yeah, that's what we got, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget, like this video, share it. Tell your auntie, tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your sister. Go create. I don't care. Go create different YouTube accounts so that you guys can show us the love. We're trying to get to 1,000, because when we do get to 1,000 subs here on YouTube, we're giving to 2 lucky individuals who are current subscribers to the channel big bags of crypto. Also, be a follower on Twitter. We do our giveaways all the time. We do giveaways during our live streams. We do giveaways in our Discord. It's all about you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the channel. Be blessed. Stay in profits. Peace. Get out of here, you animals. All of y'all, some